multiple diagnosis is in one category. This can confuse people a little bit. You know, you can use multiple codes from one category. Categories, it's not like you just grab one and then that's all you can use, you know, because you use that category or you pulled out of that pot. It's coding to the highest specificity. You know, off the top of my head, I always think of, you know, nausea and vomiting. Well, when someone says nausea, sometimes they think, oh, well, you know, they're going to throw up. But it's nausea and vomiting. There's two separate, there's a code for nausea, a code for vomiting, but there's also a code for nausea and vomiting together. So looking at this one, that's the example that was given, I got happy with pictures this webinar. So I had this lovely little picture coding in the same category, and I can see how this is incredibly confusing because I debated with myself on this particular one. 786.51 is chest pain, pericordial pain, and you use this code to report precordial pain or chest pain over the heart and at the bottom of the chest below the left nipple. So you can kind of see where she's grabbing, and this is a, you know, this would be like a classic heart attack sign. You know, they're having pain there, and they call it sternal pain is what they do. But and it kind of goes up and around your side a little bit. Okay, so 786.59 chest pain, other, and under that they are listing discomfort in the chest, pressure in the chest, tightness in the chest, and this excludes pain in the breast because it's not locational, it's the type of pain. You know, they're saying this is the chest area. Other forms of chest pain or discomfort, such as tightness of the chest, that's all going to be included in 786.59. So the situation that this coder came up with was patient has substernal chest pain radiating to left shoulder, and when pain is at its worst, feels pressure. So that's the information she's given. And actually, both of those codes are what describe that. The 786.51, if you put in substernal chest pain, it's going to bring up 786.51 in your index, but it's also going to bring up 786.59 because they're in the same category. They're in the 0.5 category. So if we scroll down just a tad bit here and we look at where this pain, sometimes you just have to know where the pain's located to be able to determine which is the best code. So you can use both codes. By using both codes, you've reached the highest specificity. Okay, now but it's always best to query the physician if you're not sure. So look at these, where these substernal pains occur. Okay, you've got the upper chest, you've got, and if you've heard anybody talk about or worked with people who've had a heart attack, this is where they feel that pain, radiating into the neck and jaw. But that sternal pain is right there in the center of the chest, radiating down the left arm. And then you have also this one that has it right in the middle of his chest. That's actually epigastric. Okay, so it'll say substernal epigastric. And then you've got epigastric radiating to the neck, jaw, and arms, neck and jaw, and left shoulder and down both arms, and intrascapular. So if you know where, if you can look more of the note, because we're just given, you know, more or less one statement in coding, but if you go through the whole chart and the whole case, you'll probably get a better description somewhere of where that pain is, and you'll be able to code it better. But for this one, he's having, you know, substernal chest pain, and then it's you know, radiating up into the shoulder, so it's like that third picture, and then it feels like pressure. So the first code wasn't for pressure. You know, it's just saying he has pain, and it isn't designated as what type of pain. But both of those are very pertinent to what you need to code, because people can have different different types of pain reveals to the doctor what's actually going on. People can think that they're having a heart attack, and let me tell you, if you've ever had an ulcer or any type of epigastric ulcer stuff, it feels like a heart attack, and it can radiate down your left arm. You know, I've had that, and I thought I had a heart attack. I would break out in sweats and stuff like that. Okay, so, but there were certain clues that told them that that's not what it was. And I never felt pressure in my chest. Pressure, feeling like the Empire State Building is on your chest, is a classic heart attack sign. So pressure is very important. And if I was just giving that information, not able to query the doctor with further information, I would use both codes. Okay, and that's it on that one.
Get more CPC exam tips, coding certification training, and CEU credits. Go to www.codingcertification.org.